What's up, action figure fans? Welcome back to the M.I.B. Master Toy Museum. I'll be your curator today. Guys, we got another cool one for you. All the way from 1992. An End Time Products release. We bring you Rapid Deployment Force, Scuba. And this is one of the few figures that his name, let's bring him down here. His name does not appear. And I know you're like, M.I.B, where are you seeing Scuba at? Well, we did our research, guys, but more importantly than that, it's located on the back of his box. And this was a really cool toy line from the early 1990s, 1992, right around when G.I. Joe was coming back out, and they were releasing the Hall of Fame G.I. Joes. End Time Products kind of piggybacked on that success and excitement, enthusiasm, and came out with their own line of 12-inch action figures, military, adventurers, you name it. And here we have Scuba. That's his name. He's not the Scuba Commander. He's not a Scuba military guy. His name is just Scuba. And as you can see, he came with all these fun, super cool accessories and equipment and weapons. You see his knife there. He's got some type of a rocket launching type of a weapon here. There's his deep sea diving helmet. He's got a watch on his wrist, and I believe he has another one on that wrist. There's another, it's like a harpoon, a spear gun type. Yes, a spear gun right in there. These figures were made beautifully. No shoes on though, because here's his flippers right here. And here's the oxygen tank. The selling point for me with this, let's back up here. The selling point for me with this figure was his outfit. I thought it was just cool. It was very plain, jet black, trimmed in yellow, with this beautiful logo right here. Awesome. End Time Products, unfortunately they came out during a time when G.I. Joe was just getting back on the scene, and people would walk right past the toy aisle shelves, past these beautiful Rapid Deployment Force figures, and they would go right towards the G.I. Joe shelving and grab as many G.I. Joe figures as they could off the toy shelves. I did not know about this particular toy line. I have to give my buddy at the Skulls Review a big thank you and a shout out. He got me interested in this toy line months and months and months ago. He did a review on his channel, the Skulls Review. Check his channel out, guys. And he did one on a figure that was just so beautiful from this particular Rapid Deployment Force toy line, and I fell in love. It was love at first sight. And from then on, being the collector and owner of a museum and a curator, I had to seek out as many of these beautiful Rapid Deployment Force action figures, 12-inch action figures, as I possibly could. I'll bring them down here. I'll tilt them for you a little bit. This is just a beautiful, beautiful toy line, and the charm was in the fact that this figure didn't offer much by way of articulation. Not a lot of articulation with these figures. You had some head movement, some arm movement, some bend in the arm. no bend in the legs, but you had all these quirky, super bright, and crazy weapons. And that was the charm of these figures. And people look at these figures and oh, that they weren't made very well. I'm holding this figure. This figure is extremely heavy. So whatever plastics they use, this is not a blow mold type of a plastic. This is solid plastic. And you see the hand comes in a hand sculpt where he's prepared to hold any type of weapon for you. But as a museum, this is my calling, I should say, as a curator, is to seek out and find as many of these beautiful action figures as we possibly can from these different toy lines, so we can share them with you guys for your viewing pleasure. A lot of people come to me all the time and say, M.I.B, I didn't know that particular toy line existed, or I didn't know that figure existed. And it's so cool to hear that, because we are truly serving a purpose, a need in the toy community. Like I said, you're holding here in my hand. I'm holding here in my hand a beautiful boxed, factory sealed figure from 1992. And some of our viewers that comment on my channel say they weren't even born in 1992. They came maybe a few years later. So it's just kind of neat, and I'm really old now, but to see a figure like this in this type of condition, that looks like it just came off of the toy store shelf, is fantastic. And this, as a museum curator and a collector, action figure collector, this is what gets me so happy and really excited about collecting, to see these beautiful figures the way they were first intended to be on the toy store shelves when they were released. Guys, what do you think of our Rapid Deployment Force Scuba action figure? Do you have this guy? Are you looking for this guy? As you can see, the box is in great condition. I got this guy off of eBay from a really cool collector and seller, eBay seller. Let's get you a blown out look at the back of the box. And I got this guy for a pretty decent price. It was a little bit expensive. You're gonna pay if you want these guys in this type of condition. If you want him as close to C10, C9 condition, still factory sealed and all of that great stuff, then you're gonna pay a little bit more, as opposed to buying him loose or having the box have a lot of damage to it. You might be able to, if you just want the figure, then I would say go after him loose. Collect all 6 of the latest RDF fighters. And let's see if we can find ours. And we have a ton of these guys, so you can check out our playlist, our Rapid Deployment Force playlist. We have a ton of these videos up on these beautiful figures already. We're adding more to our Rapid Deployment Force collection. It is a process. Here's one of my favorites right here, the skull. And here's our guy, Scuba. Let's get you a year. Here you go. 1992, End Time Products. Made in Hong Kong. Yeah, it's a process with these guys. Buying these guys, because I'm looking for them in a certain condition. And they have to be as close to C10 condition as I could possibly get them. So we want them C10, museum example. And that takes time. That's a process all of its own. So that's a real, it's a process. So that's why it takes me, maybe months to find these guys in the condition and at the price that I'm looking for. So bear with us. We have more of these guys on the way. We bought a few more that just got here to our museum, and we'll be doing some reviews on them. We'll get those videos out for you guys for your viewing pleasure. But give us a little time. It is a process. But we wanted to do this video. We haven't done a video on a rapid deployment force figure in a while, so we wanted to kind of get another video out for you guys. I'm absolutely hooked on this figure line. Beautiful head sculpt. He's got some piping down the side of the outfit, both sides. Just a beautiful, beautiful figure. Never been outside of his box. You can see he's locked in there pretty good at the feet. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with us today here at the museum, for spending some of your valuable time with us. We definitely appreciate it. And you know the routine, guys. God bless. And keep collecting.